The realm of Pyra was a land sculpted by fire. Towering volcanoes and rivers of lava carved the landscape, under a sky often veiled in ash. Here beings thrived, their lives intertwined with the flames. At the heart of this realm burned the great central flame, a colossal blaze that was the source of life and power for all of Pyra. Amidst the fiery terrain lived our protagonist, a young pyromancer named Kael. With ember-red hair and eyes like molten gold, Kael had a natural affinity with fire. His attire, a blend of volcanic rock fibers and heat-resistant fabrics, shimmered with a subtle glow, reflecting his innate connection to the flames. Kael's days were spent honing his pyromantic skills. He could conjure fire from thin air, manipulate its shape, and even quell its fury. His mastery over flame was not just for battle, but also for creation, as he crafted intricate objects and tools from molten rock with his fiery touch. But all was not well in Pyra. Whispers of a dark conspiracy began to surface, tales of a shadowy group seeking to extinguish the great central flame. The very thought sent shivers down the spines of Pyra's inhabitants, for the flame's extinguishing meant the end of their world. Determined to protect his home, Kael embarked on a quest to unravel this mystery. His journey would take him across the varied landscapes of Pyra, from the ashen plains to the crystal caverns of light, each with its own challenges and wonders. As Kael ventured deeper into Pyra, the landscape shifted. The fiery rivers gave way to smoldering fields, where geysers of flame sporadically erupted. Despite the harsh conditions, life flourished here, with fire-resistant flora and fauna adapting to the intense heat. It was in these fields that Kael encountered Lyra, a fellow pyromancer. Her hair, a cascade of flame-like curls, danced with the surrounding fire. Her presence was both commanding and graceful, her mastery of fire evident in the way she soothed a nearby geyser with a mere gesture. Kael and Lyra quickly realized their shared purpose to protect the great central flame. Lyra had uncovered clues pointing to the Ashen Mountains, where ancient ruins hinted at forgotten secrets. Together they set off, their resolve as fierce as the flames they wielded. Their journey was fraught with challenges. They battled fiery creatures, navigated treacherous terrain, and deciphered cryptic inscriptions. Each obstacle brought them closer, their powers complementing each other. Kael's creative firecraft and Lyra's intuitive control. Amidst the Ashen Mountains' smoky peaks, they found the first real clue, an ancient mural depicting the great central flame and a shadowy figure looming over it. This ominous image confirmed their worst fears. Someone was indeed trying to extinguish the source of their world's life. In the shadowy depths of the Ashen Mountains, Kael and Lyra discovered an underground chamber. It was a forgotten archive, filled with scrolls and artifacts, all bearing the symbol of the great central flame. The air was thick with mystery, and every surface told a story of Pyra's ancient past. Among the relics, they found a scroll depicting a prophecy. It foretold the extinguishing of the great central flame by a being not of their world. The prophecy spoke of a guardian who would rise to protect the flame, but it was shrouded in riddles. As they delved deeper into the prophecy, they realized the guardian was among them. Kael, with his extraordinary connection to fire, fit the description. This revelation was both an honor and a burden, filling him with a mix of pride and apprehension. Their research was interrupted by a sudden tremor. The chamber shook violently, dust and debris falling around them. Rushing to the surface, they witnessed a horrifying sight, dark clouds swirling over the central flame, sapping its energy. The conspiracy was in motion. Kael and Lyra raced towards the central flame, knowing time was against them. As they approached, the air grew hotter and the sky darker. The fate of Pyra hung in the balance, the destiny of its guardian about to be tested. The battle to save the great central flame was unlike any other. Dark figures emerged from the shadows, their intent clear to douse the flame forever. Kael and Lyra stood their ground, their pyromantic powers ready to defend their realm's heart. The clash was fierce, flames meeting shadow in a dance of power. Kael's firecraft was a spectacle of creativity, conjuring barriers and weapons from flame. Lyra, with her graceful control, weaved defensive spells, her flames acting as both shield and spear. Amidst the chaos, a colossal shadow creature emerged, its form shifting and swirling like smoke. It moved towards the flame, its presence alone enough to dim its brilliance. Kael realized this was the being from the prophecy, the flame's greatest threat. In a moment of clarity, Kael remembered the prophecy's words. Only when fire and heart unite can shadow be turned to light. He and Lyra combined their powers, creating a maelstrom of fire that enveloped the creature, illuminating its dark essence. The creature let out a piercing shriek as it dissipated, the darkness receding. The great central flame flickered back to life, brighter than ever. They had saved Pyra, but at a cost. The battle had drained much of their strength, leaving them vulnerable. The battle's end marked a new beginning for Pyra. The great central flame, now radiant and strong, cast a comforting glow over the realm. Kael and Lyra, though weary, stood triumphant, their bond forged in fire stronger than ever. In the aftermath, they were celebrated as heroes. Tales of their bravery spread throughout Pyra, inspiring others. The realm began to heal, and with it, new life sprouted, even in the most scorched lands. Kael took on the mantle of the Guardian of the Flame, a role he once feared but now embraced with a sense of duty and honor. Lyra continued to be his steadfast companion, her wisdom and strength a constant source of support. Together they established a council of pyromancers, dedicated to protecting the realm and studying the ancient arts. Their goal was to ensure that the darkness that once threatened Pyra would never rise again. As the sun set over the rejuvenated landscape of Pyra, Kael and Lyra looked towards the horizon. They knew challenges lay ahead, but for now, they basked in the peace they had helped forge. Their story, a testament to courage and unity, would be remembered for generations to come.